You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor, Patty Spitler.
And we hope you tune in today because we have a very special guest on the Positively Patty podcast, Ken Owen. You remember him from Wish TV and also Channel 6. And he's been around the block and then some. He has some stories to tell. And guess what? He's also got a cat. So we'll talk about that. We'll see you and listen to you and talk to you on the Positively Patty podcast. And now on the Positively Patty podcast, I have an old friend with me here today, an experienced person, a veteran, shall we say, of media wars. And Ken Owen joins me today. Hi,
Patty,
Ben.
it's great to see you again. And thanks for the, putting my age in a kind way. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, we worked together at Wish TV.
We did.
I want to tell people what it is that we did.
32 falls ago, we debuted a 5:30 newscast. I came back from North Carolina where I'd been working, and you were here. And it was Mike and Debbie at 5, you and I at 5:30, and then Mike and Debbie at 6. So, boy, how the world has changed. I mean, the word podcast was not even part of the vernacular back then.
No, there are a lot of words that weren't around then. So anyway, we did 5:30 to 6, and the show should have lasted longer, I think, but we were just discussing how that worked, that we're a little bit ahead of our time. And, things it turned out fine. You went on to do more hard news, which is what you were adept at, and I went on to do more entertainment. So it worked out
And you
fine.
did it so well.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I mean, I talk about it all the time that
You do?
here you are in Indianapolis. Yeah, and you got these A-list interviews, and you'd come back with, Sean Connery and Kevin Costner and Meryl Streep, and no one else in the market was doing that, and no one else in this size of a market was doing it. So hats off to you.
Well, I wonder if they'll ever do that again, too, after they can Zoom now. There's another word, so you don't have to be there in person.
So many workarounds.
I know. And then the other thing is I work 7 days a week. So it was like I would work 5 days a week here and then go to the weekend, L.A. or New York, and then come back.
Yeah, but in the view of our bosses, though, you were in Los Angeles or New York drinking martinis and having fun.
Yeah, it was.
And the travel part's always a joy.
Ooh, it was rough. You ever look back at things you did when you were younger and go, how did I do that?
Oh, many times, yeah.
How did I walk through the airport with lugging tapes with 3-inch heels? Okay, now we also want to talk about, since it's the Positively Patty podcast with Ken Owen, you have a kitty now.
I do. It was Christmas 2018, and my extended family was there, my nieces and nephews, and one of my nieces was badgering me the entire time about needing to have a pet. And Ken, you live in this house. There's a lot of room to roam around, and you need something in here. And so they left, and I think the next day I was online and saw the Humane Society, or actually the city shelter, was having a deal where if you came down, they would give you an animal, no charges whatsoever.
Really? Wow.
And shots and everything.
You got to be careful of that, though, a little bit. Giving animals away, you got to just be sure you know who you're getting.
Oh yeah.
From,
No, it's free with the city pound. Which is an amazing place. Great
Good.
People work there, but
okay.
You walk in that place and you're so overwhelmed by the amount of animals that need love and are sad, and you want to leave with 6, but I just brought my cat, Bells was her name. She'd been turned in by a homeless person, and she's got she's been injured. I think she had a little tough, going before in her previous life, but she is the happiest kitty in the world. And
well, she's got it made.
She's got it. Before I left, she was like looking at me, more food, and there's food in the bowl. I think it must go back to her previous life, but having to scrounge all the time for food is like the pile can never be high enough.
Yeah, and it's in the center. Because then they eat the center, and then they push it around out to the side.
That's right.
And they're like, Dad, we need the center filled here. There's no food in here. I have a 9-year-old kitty, Timber, I got from Indy Humane. Mm-hmm. And we don't talk about his past either. No. I don't know what he's been through. So good for you.
Well, they bring so much love to your life, and during COVID especially.
Yeah.
It was really crucial. Mm-hmm. Talking to myself is one thing, but having the cat look at me kind of askance, like, "Oh, Daddy's nuts." But
cat's got your tongue.
Yes.
There you go. So, Belle, what does she get when you go home? You're not alone, right?
Oh no, and she's waiting for me. She's usually by the
waiting
door,
for
looking
you.
at the door because
I love this.
and it's probably food related. She thinks I'm going to give her a treat or something. But no, having love in your life is a really important thing. And I think as you get older, I mean, life lessons. If there's anybody younger out there listening, and I suspect there is. My mistake in life, and I really have no regrets, but you can focus so much on your work, and you get to be 60 years old like I am now, and it's really about relationships. It's about love. It's about the people around you, and it's about nurturing that. And I think when we were doing what we were doing here, it was a golden time. I mean, television was literally broadcasting. Now it's narrowcasting today. And it was an exciting time to be doing what we were doing. But everything changes.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing in your life that won't change is love if you have people around you and you give it back to them. So that's my little piece of life advice today.
And forgiveness, too.
Forgiveness is crucial. I've forgiven you for so many things, Patty, I can tell you. Including your loaded questions. I'll tell you, you're Mike Wallace with blonde hair.
You're so funny. I've always had cats, and even when I was working here, because the cats you can leave and go away. But then when I quit because of my hearing loss, I found a picture of myself with my dad and our dog Duke, and I thought I want a dog. So that's changed my life as well. So you think I might be ready for a dog soon?
Never know. I think I'd need to have another person in my house because, I do go away for extended periods, and that's always kind of a sword of Damocles in your
You
life.
can leave cats alone, and
You can.
they like to sleep 20 hours a day, and have someone come in and give her some food, clean out the kitty litter, and that would work. But I do understand you don't want to leave them alone too much.
Yeah.
Speaking of all those things you do when you go out and about, what are you doing now? Now, after you left broadcasting, you were media relations for DePaul, right?
Yes, for about
Brought
20
in
years.
big celebrities.
And still do that. I still run the lecture series and trying to navigate this weird moment we're in because we decided that there's no magic in Zoom events. Having people on a screen is, you might as well just go to YouTube and find something. And so now we're at a point where some people are willing to come to an auditorium and be in front of 1,400 or 3,000 people, but negotiating those deals, figuring out the ground rules, it's really tricky. So I hope to have an announcement very soon. I'm also doing a lot of marketing projects. I formed an LLC. Woohoo! So exciting. And so, I'm doing the marketing for Tinker Street Restaurant right down the street here.
Okay.
Which Tom Main is my dear, dear friend. And
I saw you were there, but I didn't know you were doing marketing for
I
them.
am doing it. It's more renegade stuff, but we're just trying to keep our name in the marketplace. And the people that love that place have such fondness for it.
Oh, yes.
So,
I know a lot of people really love that. You're also you are now the vice president of the Indiana Broadcast Association?
Pioneers, the broadcast pioneers. Yes.
So there you go.
Yes.
And I voted for you, so there you go.
Well,
thought
thank you.
were
I'll
terrific.
I'll sign an arrow and send it to you because I've got now I have to use a bow and arrow and drive a Conestoga wagon, and I've become a true pioneer. But actually, I love broadcast history. I still love broadcasting today, but one of my things when I was at DePaul was I learned a lot about digital editing and started saving my own stuff and then other stuff I found. And so...
the things you put up on Facebook. Go to Ken Owen's page or go to the Broadcast Association Pioneers page, and you can see all the old videos that you find and pictures. It's just amazing to look back. I can always tell what year it is because of my hair, or maybe I still have the same jewelry that I see, but it's fun to look back. And as you said, you've got to save it or it's going to go away. It's going to disappear.
I really have envy for people that make movies and write books because somewhere, in the universe you can find that movie, and it's designed to be revisited. Television news, you work often, very hard on a special report or something that airs once, and it's gone. And I can still, in my visual mind, remember downstairs them throwing the tapes out. They'd literally go through and because they'd have to make more space. And so, it's a disposable thing, but yet it's so rich in history. And to be able to, see Bill Hudnut playing in the sprinklers with kids, stuff that's ancient now, but we were all a part of. It's a really cool thing to save.
Yeah, it's just... Everything moves so fast now, and everything is now. And when we were the same way, we were on to the next story. But you look back and go... And there's many things I wish I'd saved too. Some of them are on 3/4 inch tapes, even before the VHS things. So it's life goes by quickly. I don't think we're the first people to figure that out.
It does. And the other thing that changed is things are very fast. The pace of change continues to accelerate. But we had 3 stations and a PBS and an independent back in those days. And so, and the cable was... I tell students all the time, cable was invented as a way to get a clear signal. So if you lived in, Greencastle, you paid so that you didn't have to watch a fuzzy signal and you knew you'd get all the channels clean. I remember when ESPN signed on. I know the founder. He's a good friend of mine. But it's crazy to think that in our lifetimes, we've gone from this very small 5-channel universe to,
I remember black and white. Yes. I remember getting up to change the channel. And now, isn't it funny? We're going back to antennas again.
We are.
Yeah, I mean, we're round robin.
We'll explain to a 15-year-old that when we were growing up, if The Wizard of Oz was on Thanksgiving, and dinner was at 6 and the movie started at 6, you were out of luck. You're going to miss the start of the movie and you'd eat as fast as you could see the munchkins.
When you watch it, we could go on a lot of this forever. When you'd watch a show, whether it's All in the Family or growing up, you'd watch Bonanza or something, you had to see it then. You couldn't record it. So you sat there with your parents and watched the Jackie Gleason hour. I mean, Ed Sullivan. Oh, my dad just loved Ed Sullivan. Anyway, we could go on and on. We'll have to do this again. I want you to go home and kiss Belle for me.
I will.
And tell her that I wish her all the very best and that you will feed her. If someone wants to get a hold of you to find out more, where can they find you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. Ken Owen, if you look me up and even just type in Ken Owen Wish, great. Or you feel free to email me. I still have my DePauw email address. It's Kowen, Kowen, at DePauw, DEPAUW.edu.
Okay. Or contact me, and I'll send you over to Ken.
Yeah, because we're in touch, and we'll be in touch.
We're in touch. You'll be in touch. Thank you, Ken Owen. You're wonderful.
Oh, love you, Patty. Thank you.
And you've got that wonderful broadcast voice.
I wish I do.
Oh, yes, you do. Okay.
Once upon a time.
Thank you. We'll continue with this at another point in time. And we thank you very much for joining us on the Positively Patty podcast.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with Wish TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.